Have you ever wondered if Earth has been visited by extraterrestrial beings, not just recently, but throughout our entire history? The concept that aliens have been influencing human development for thousands, perhaps millions of years, isn't just science fiction. It's a theory that has captivated researchers, archaeologists, and historians worldwide. Today, we're diving deep into the evidence that suggests Earth may have been an extraterrestrial playground since the dawn of civilization. In 1976, author and researcher Zecharia Sitchin published The 12th Planet, a groundbreaking work that would forever change how we view ancient texts. After spending 3 decades studying Sumerian cuneiform tablets, Sitchin proposed a revolutionary theory. The Anunnaki, deities worshipped by ancient Sumerians, weren't gods at all, but extraterrestrial visitors who arrived on Earth more than 450,000 years ago. According to Sitchin's translations, these beings came from a planet called Nibiru, which he claimed follows a 3,600-year elliptical orbit around our sun. The Anunnaki allegedly created humans through genetic engineering to serve as a workforce for gold mining operations. This gold wasn't for jewelry or currency. It was needed to repair their home planet's failing atmosphere. It sounds like science fiction, but could there be any truth to these claims? The Sumerian tablets are among the oldest written records on Earth, dating back to approximately 3000 BCE. These clay tablets contain thousands of accounts detailing the lives and actions of the Anunnaki. What's particularly fascinating is the level of astronomical knowledge these ancient texts contain, information that humans shouldn't have possessed at that time. The tablets describe the solar system with remarkable accuracy, including planets that weren't discovered until thousands of years later. They depict a planetary alignment that modern astronomical software confirms did exist around 10,500 BCE. How could an ancient civilization possess such advanced astronomical knowledge without some form of outside intervention? But the Sumerians aren't the only ancient culture with stories of sky beings and cosmic teachers. In fact, these narratives appear in civilizations across the globe, many of which had no contact with one another. The ancient Egyptians spoke of the Neteru, sky gods who arrived in celestial barks. The Mayans described visits from sky people and documented advanced astronomical knowledge that modern science has only recently verified. The ancient Indian epics, the Vedas, contain detailed accounts of flying machines called vimanas and cosmic battles that bear striking similarities to modern aerial warfare. What's remarkable is how consistent these stories are, despite emerging from cultures separated by vast distances and time periods. They all describe advanced beings descending from the sky, kept sharing knowledge, and sometimes interbreeding with humans. Is this worldwide mythological consistency mere coincidence or evidence of a shared experience? In 1849, British archaeologist Austen Henry Layard made a discovery that would provide tangible evidence for these ancient accounts. While excavating the ruins of Nineveh in modern-day Iraq, Layard unearthed the Royal Library of Ashurbanipal, containing over 30,000 clay tablets. Among these was a set of 7 tablets known as the Enuma Elish, the Babylonian creation epic. The Enuma Elish tells the story of Marduk, who creates humans by mixing clay with the blood of a slain god named Kingu. This narrative bears striking similarities to the biblical creation story, but with significantly more detail. Could these tablets be describing a genetic engineering project conducted by advanced beings, rather than a metaphorical creation myth? What's particularly intriguing is that the Enuma Elish describes the Anunnaki not as supernatural entities, but as physical beings who ate, drank, married, and even died. They traveled in celestial vehicles and possessed technology far beyond human capabilities. The tablets describe them as standing approximately 8 feet tall, giants by human standards. This description aligns with anomalous skeletal remains discovered around the world that mainstream archaeology struggles to explain. In 2019, genetic studies revealed that early humans experienced a sudden, inexplicable acceleration in brain development approximately 50,000 years ago. This cognitive leap, which scientists call the Great Leap Forward, transformed our ancestors from simple hunter-gatherers into beings capable of complex language, art, and abstract thinking. Mainstream science has yet to adequately explain this evolutionary anomaly. Could it be evidence of genetic manipulation by an advanced civilization, as the ancient texts suggest? The question of intervention becomes even more compelling when we examine enigmatic archaeological discoveries worldwide. In Peru and Bolivia, we find megalithic structures built with such precision that modern engineers would struggle to replicate them. The Great Pyramid of Giza contains mathematical constants and astronomical alignments that weren't officially discovered until the modern era. The Nazca lines in Peru are massive geoglyphs only visible from high altitudes. Who were they meant for? Then there are the mysterious artifacts that seem out of place in time. The Baghdad Battery, potentially capable of generating electricity 2,000 years ago. The Antikythera mechanism, an ancient Greek analog computer. And numerous ancient carvings and paintings depicting what appear to be modern technologies and spacecraft. These anomalies challenge our understanding of ancient human capabilities. Perhaps the most compelling evidence comes from ancient artwork depicting what could be interpreted as astronauts and spacecraft. Cave paintings dating back 10,000 years in Tassili Niger, Algeria, show humanoid figures wearing what resemble modern spacesuits. Rock art in Val Camonica, Italy, contains images of beings with helmet-like heads and what appear to be technological devices. Similar depictions appear in ancient art from Japan, Colombia, Australia, and beyond. Some researchers point to petroglyphs found among the Zuni Indians of New Mexico as further evidence of ancient alien contact. These rock carvings, created around 1200 BCE, depict strange beings with dome-shaped heads and unusual body proportions, beings that tribal elders identify as sky people. According to Zuni elder Clifford Mahudi, their religious chants and prayers explicitly reference beings who came from space and taught them how to live. In West Africa, the Dogon tribe of Mali possesses astronomical knowledge that continues to baffle researchers. Despite having no telescopes or modern scientific equipment, the Dogon have long held detailed knowledge about the Sirius star system, including the existence of Sirius B, a white dwarf star invisible to the naked eye and only discovered by Western astronomers in 1862. They knew its 50-year orbital period, its density, and even that it rotates on its axis. French anthropologists first documented this knowledge in the 1930s, decades before some of these details were confirmed by modern astronomy. The Dogon claim this information was given to them by amphibious beings called Nomo, who arrived from the Sirius system thousands of years ago in a spinning vessel that landed amid fire and thunder. Skeptics have attempted to explain this away as contamination from modern influences, but the Dogon's knowledge predates Western discoveries, and their isolated location makes such contamination unlikely. Similar stories emerge from the Aboriginal peoples of Australia, whose Dreamtime stories describe sky heroes coming to Earth in the distant past. In Japan, ancient texts speak of Amanomanakanushi, celestial beings who descended in flying boats. The list goes on, spanning virtually every ancient culture worldwide. Physical evidence potentially supporting these accounts has been discovered in Sierra Leone, where mysterious statues called nomoli were unearthed in the 1940s. Carbon dating suggests these artifacts are between 17,000 and 19,000 years old, far older than the known civilization in the region. The statues depict beings with elongated heads and strange features, and some contain what appear to be metallic spheres embedded within them. When tested, these spheres were found to contain chromium, a metal not naturally occurring in the region and not used by humans until the 20th century. Found alongside the Nomoli statues were unusual blue stones that locals call sky stones. These stones have defied conventional analysis, with multiple laboratories failing to identify their composition. Some researchers suggest they may be fragments of advanced technology or protective shielding from spacecraft, though such claims remain speculative. Perhaps most intriguing are the genetic mysteries in our own DNA. In 2018, researchers discovered what they called an extraterrestrial gene insertion in human DNA, a complex sequence that appears to have been inserted rather than evolved naturally. This gene, known as ARC, behaves like a virus, but is crucial for cognitive functions and memory formation. Scientists remain puzzled by its origins and mechanism of insertion. The human genome contains numerous other anomalies that challenge conventional evolutionary theory. We have 223 genes that do not appear in any other primate species and seemingly emerged without evolutionary precursors. Our DNA shows evidence of sudden, dramatic changes rather than the gradual modifications expected from natural evolution. Some researchers suggest these genetic anomalies could be evidence of deliberate manipulation by an advanced species, precisely what ancient texts describe. Critics of ancient astronaut theory correctly point out that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, and